Hello everybody, I'm Basement Reviewer, and I have always had a fascination with villain redemption. I always loved when the villain I thought was cool became the good guy. In fact, when it's done right, it leads to interesting story shifts. However, when you do it wrong, it can ruin the character. Normally, I review an episode of a show, but today, I feel like doing something a little special. Today I'm going to go over 3 tales of villain redemption, and discuss whether or not I think they worked out.
Out of it!
Please stop helping them. You're only helping them.
Let's start with Steven Universe. Now, I've made it no secret. I love this show. It does have some problems, but I would consider most of them to be fairly minor. In fact, overall, I would say that this show is a gem. Anyway, today we are telling the story of White Diamond. Who is White Diamond? Well, White Diamond is the leader of the Gems on Homeworld. She is basically this space dictator who has led missions, resulting in countless deaths. However, her most focused on crime is her attack on Earth. Naturally, this attack gets the spotlight because Earth is just way too cool to attack. She combined her powers with Blue and Yellow Diamond in order to destroy the gems on Earth. And other than that, we're not really hearing much of her in the show. In fact, she's not really seen till the ending. They use her more as a background force that we don't get to see, and that's honestly fine. But we do get to see her in the final arc.
It's time to come out, Pink.
I do gotta say, once we do see her, White Diamond is creepy. And I love it. She brainwashes the gems, attacks Steven, but fails and gets embarrassed.
I am a child. What's your excuse?
Then, of course, she feels bad and gets redeemed immediately. Wait, what? Hey, hold on, I think I must have the wrong script. I mean, she basically committed mass genocide. She can't be off the hook that easily. Huh. So that actually is what happens. What? Okay, so, to be fair, she does help uncorrupt the Earth gems, but I mean, she still destroyed countless planets that do have life on them. We just gonna let that slide? Wow, I guess this story isn't exactly a diamond in the rough. Wait, I'm sorry. Please, don't leave. Okay, I should make my issue here very clear, though. I don't believe that White Diamond is a redeemable character. Her crimes are simply too bad, and to make it worse, she barely has to try to be redeemed. She only changes because she got embarrassed. Immediately, everyone accepts that she changed, and I don't buy that. I think Steven should have held her more accountable. Now, I don't think that he had to kill her. I don't think she should have been killed, because that would be against Steven's character. But she could have been arrested or removed from power. I think a good way to describe my thoughts on how they handled White Diamond's redemption would be a bit too ambitious. Redeeming a character like her is hard to make sympathetic. Not necessarily impossible, but very difficult. And making them sympathetic is key to redeeming a villain. Overall, I think it was a poor example. Let's get to number 2.
Looks like we might be due for a big old storm of...
You know, I actually do like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I wouldn't consider myself a brony. Nothing against them, though. I just don't watch it all that often. There is one character that I've always enjoyed in it, though, and that is Discord. Not that one. Discord is the embodiment of chaos and disharmony. Once turned to stone, he got freed and rained chaos on the main cast.
Makes sense. Oh, what fun is there in making sense?
Of course, the main cast once again turned him to stone forever. Until Celestia, the leader of their land, decided she has use for his power if he can be reformed. This leads to the redemption episode, Keep Calm and Flutter On. In this episode, Fluttershy tries to redeem Discord by befriending him. It seems like a crazy idea to everyone else, but Fluttershy wants to use their friendship to keep him from turning evil. Now I gotta make one thing clear. I have heard several people criticize this as being too manipulative on her part, and to that I disagree. Fluttershy isn't faking a friendship, she is trying to form an actual connection.
Seriously?
I'm earning his trust by giving him a little space to be himself.
Yeah, I actually do not mind the scene where she says they're not friends. Yeah, it's a bit blunt and definitely could have been pulled off better, but Discord did betray the trust she gave him. If she doesn't tell him off, he'd keep using her as a shield. I do like that he changes the place back out of his own desire for friendship, though, and not from a threat. After this episode, Discord would be used sporadically through the series and became a fun character in the cast. He even managed to not get accused of creepy stuff, unlike most Discords.
I'm not very good at talking to girls. They make me nervous.
Okay, now for the part that I've been waiting for. Probably my favorite redemption story ever. Soul Eater's Krona. Okay, look, I know the obvious joke, and no, I'm not going to make it. No, don't, I'll get demonetized. Wait, I'm not eligible for monetization. Yes, do it! I'm invincible! YouTube can't do anything! Hey, what's that for? Alright, full disclosure, next episode I'm talking about my favorite episode of Soul Eater. But it doesn't have my favorite character, Krona. So I'm talking about them here. Krona is introduced in episode 7 as this weird soft-spoken kid who seems to have some weird creature attached to him.
That hurts me. It hurts. Stop moving around like that. You're squeezing me. Don't help me. Ow, stop.
That creature is Ragnarok, the demon sword who was fused to Krona by her mother. Their mom is Medusa, and I hate her. She abused Krona and scares her into being evil, and it's established that Krona would be left alone to be beat up by Ragnarok if they didn't do what Medusa says. I hate this character so much, and not because she's poorly written, but because she's written too well.
You are a bad child. I want you out of my sight.
One thing I should make clear about Krona is that their story is incredible. You really feel for them, and it makes their redemption even greater. The first step, though, in their redemption is Maka offering a hand of friendship.
What do you say? Will you let me be your friend, Krona? Please say you will.
Oh, and of course this beautiful line.
It's not that you don't know how to deal with people. It's that no one ever took the time to deal with you.
Brings a tear to my eye. After this, Krona goes to school with Maka. They do fall again when they hurt a teacher out of fear of Medusa, but Krona makes up for it. Absolute perfect redemption. From a soft-spoken, abused, and scared kid to a hero who stood up against their biggest fear. Absolutely marvelous. And those were 3 tales of redemption. There are obviously many more cases I could go into, and maybe one day I will. But to close, villain redemption is a fun plot point in nearly any show. It can add depth to the character, allow you to use them in different ways. But it still needs to be done right, otherwise you let someone get away with horrible, horrible things. I'm Maze Reviewer, and next time let's talk about Soul Eater.